as opposition bloc I.N.D.I.A. India ups ante against Prime Minister Modi and his central government over Manipur issue. The Prime Minister today launched a scathing attack at Vipaksh and fired Bhrashtachar Parivarvad jibe at the bloc. The Prime Minister slammed and said the opposition is trying to hide sins behind India name and they're trying to in fact fool the people of the country. He says that with the label of India, the opposition just wants to cover up their old deeds, the deeds of the UPA.
जैसे गांधी जी ने क्विट इंडिया का मंत्र दिया था, वैसे ही आज का मंत्र है भ्रष्टाचार क्विट इंडिया, भ्रष्टाचार छोड़ो इंडिया, परिवारवाद क्विट इंडिया, परिवारवाद छोड़ो इंडिया, तुष्टीकरण क्विट इंडिया। साथियों, I.N.D.I.A के नाम के लेबल से ये अपने पुराने कारनामों को छुपाना चाहते हैं, यूपीए के कारनामों को छुपाना चाहता है। जो लोग टुकड़े टुकड़े गैंग को गले लगाते हैं, जो लोग भारत में भाषा के आधार पर बंटवारा करते हैं, जो लोग विदेशों से संबंध भी इस आधार पर बनाते हैं कि उनका वोट बैंक नाराज ना हो जाए, जिनके लिए राष्ट्रहित नहीं बल्कि वोट बैंक सर्वोपरि है।
Remember, the opposition has increasingly been attempting to corner the Modi government inside the parliament as far as the Manipur crisis is concerned. With this latest attack coming in on part of the Prime Minister, the opposition has once again hit back at PM Modi. Listen in.
प्रधानमंत्री इंडिया के बन के बैठे हो तो इंडिया कह रहा है क्विट मोदी, क्विट मोदी, छोड़ो आप, क्योंकि आप विदेश घूमते हो, आप मणिपुर नहीं जा सकते हो। आपके संसद में आपके होते हुए विरोधी दल के नेता को बोलने नहीं दिया जाता है। क्या है ये?
You know, Mr. Modi, we've got you just where we wanted you to be. We wanted you to react. We wanted you to be negative. And you're doing just that. And we'll carry on spreading the word. India, jeetega Bharat.
The Prime Minister's concerns were also echoed by his generals, who asked, what kind of India are you if you can't put India's interest above your own?
You know, our effort was today to say, look, the country has progressed. Our foreign policy is delivering for the people of India, for the national good of India. So we thought at least on this issue that the opposition would put its political differences aside, would listen to it with an open mind, would put national interest first. You know, if you claim to be India and you're not prepared to listen to Indian national interest, what kind of India are you? I mean, you are an India which is prepared to sacrifice national interest. That is not India to me.
Let's quickly open this up. We have Mr. R. Rajagopalan, senior journalist, along with leader of the Congress, Mr. Syam Prasad Meka. Mr. Meka, how do you look at the Prime Minister's latest series of attacks coming in for the opposition? In particular, he's hitting out at the name that the united opposition, so-called united opposition, has chosen, India.
See, the simple thing is, for a minute, let me wear my analyst hat, not even as a Congress leader, but simple thing is, Prime Minister is rattled. Why is he going behind the name? Why is he not worried about the content? Why is he not worried about the questions that are raised by the opposition? He's going by the name and trying all these childish remarks, talking about East India Company and all that nonsense, which doesn't make sense. That means opposition, for a change, is successful in getting under the skin of Mr. Modi. That's clear. That is the message that I am getting from the Prime Minister's speech. There is no content in it. It's only childish jugglery with the words and acronyms. There's nothing in it.
Okay, but that's the question that the BJP also continues to ask, and perhaps Mr. Rajagopalan can come in as well. They're saying, why did you then feel the need to change from UPA to India? And the Prime Minister, in fact, has made a pointed remark. He says, this is a formula that's adopted by several companies who have, who no longer enjoy the great reputation they once did in the markets, and they're forced to resort to a different name. That's the opposition strategy at the moment. Mr. Rajagopalan.
UPA was scam-ridden party. UPA had done 2G, CWG. That is why Prime Minister said 28 lakh crore. They have looted the system. And second thing is, my understanding is Prime Minister is very forceful. PM exposed Congress duplicity. PM understood the reason for change of UPA into India. Suppose if you rebrand it, it should take off. But suddenly it fell down because for the last 2 days Parliament is functioning. 5 bills have been passed. That means there is a secret deal between government and the opposition party. But the MPs are not being taken into confidence. The MPs bring no confidence. Why Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is not moving the resolution? Why Gaurav Gogoi? The reason being, Trinamool Congress objected Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary reasoning. Therefore, there is a conflict. Okay. Today, DMK, what did they do? Today,
okay,
DMK,
Mr. Rajagopalan, the opposition interestingly thinks there's a conflict within the BJP leadership, because they're saying the day the Prime Minister hit out at the opposition saying that, this is as bad as perhaps the East India Company resorting to the name India. So a name really can't change much. Indian Mujahideen also having India in its name. He made all of those comparisons, and the same day you had Home Minister Amit Shah reach out to the opposition, make an appeal to have a debate in the Parliament.
Because Parliament should function. That is the intention of the government. That is the intention of the opposition. Does opposition not want Parliament to be functioning? They want. My understanding is the Congress has been totally exposed. Rahul Gandhi's duplicity has been torn into pieces by Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi is known for crowdsourcing. Prime Minister effectively did it for the last 4 days. Yesterday in Pragati Maidan opening speech also, Bharat Mantapam, there he tore the opposition into pieces. And opposition has no locus standi because they are corrupt, Dynasty, Parivarvad, and they want to do this Tushtikaran. That is the reason why opposition will not have a space. Prime Minister Modi is confident of returning to power third time.
Okay.
That is why he indicated.
So, Mr. Meka, why do you say that the Prime Minister is rattled? He's coming out to say Mahatma Gandhi came out, coined the word quit India, but now it's time for corruption quit India, Parivarvad quit India.
Now, Prime Minister has a knack of using the already used words and trying to come up with some acronyms which he cannot spell correctly. That's a different thing. See, because he lacks creativity, he lacks originality. Now the point is...
But what's the reason in your view for the Prime Minister to be rattled? For example, the no confidence motion moved by the opposition as well. It's not going to really break the NDA government. Clearly, they have the numbers by their side. Why do you think he's rattled?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. The no confidence motion is a tool for bringing issues to the discussion. It doesn't need to topple the government every time. Now, somebody who talks about Chappan inch ka chati, Tirchi aake, all that nonsense, we are all familiar with Mahabharata. We are seeing a Uttara Kumara whose balloon will burst in 2020.
Because that's not the intention or the aim of bringing in a no confidence motion. And it's not as though the BJP is not ready for a discussion either.
Christine, don't cut me off. Allow me finish my sentence. The Chappan inch ka chati, Tirchi aake, this is all Uttara Kumara from Mahabharata. That is what I want your listeners to, your viewers to hear. Okay, this is a Uttara Kumara whose balloon will be bursted in 2024.
Okay, well, 2024 is not too far away. The Prime Minister says it's not the NDA that's rattled. The opposition clearly does not have a common vision for them to come together. The BJP, it says, is ready for a discussion. The Home Minister himself has made that appeal, but the Congress just wants to resort to this kind of a uncalled for political bickering. Let's see how this plays out. 2024 not too far away. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We head into a very quick break.